Bonjour Year 6! For our third week of distance learning, we are going to do a revision session, okay? Next week, we're going to do our first online French assessment, so today we're going to do some revision together. So for our starter today, I'd like you to scan the QR code or click on the link below to access the page without the QR code. This is going to take you to the Quizlet website where you're going to find a GFS Year 6 French page. So you're going to have to create an account on Quizlet. So you're going to use your school email address, you're going to use your password, and you're going to create an account. Once you've done the account, once you've joined the GFS Year 6 French page, you can go to the next slide so we can look at our objectives today. Thank you. Let's have a look at les objectifs. Success criteria 1 is I can memorize words on the topic of my town. Why? Because this is the main topic that we're going to have for our assessment next week. So first, we're going to memorize words. Second success criteria is I can demonstrate my understanding by practicing my writing and listening skills. Third success criteria is I can self-evaluate my learning. All of this is going to be done on Quizlet. Let's see how it's done on Quizlet now. You should now have joined the GFS Year 6 French page on Quizlet, and this is what should be showing. You should have a set of 3 lists named as follows: in my town, key expressions, French adjectives for my city, French places in town. These are the 3 lists that you're going to study for our assessment next week. Now, what exactly do I mean by study these lists? Let's have a look. For each list, you're going to have the option to do 5 different tasks. To succeed in our first criteria, you are going to do the first 2 tasks as presented below, the cards task and the learn task. This is where you're going to memorize the words. For our second success criteria, you're going to have to complete task 3rd and task 4th, which is to write and dictation. This is where you're going to practice your writing and listening skills. And then for the 3rd success criteria, I can self-evaluate my learning. This is with the test section on Quizlet. So you need to click on each of these different tasks to access the activities. Below the 5 tasks, you have a section which is called Jouer, to play, where you have 2 games, Associé and Gravité, or in English, Associate and Gravity. These are 2 games that you can use to practice the words. These are games where you have to match up or type words as fast as possible. And if you can, try to be in the top 5 of all the Year 6. Some achievement points will be given for the best students at these 2 games. To summarize, on Quizlet, you have 3 lists that I want you to practice. What do I mean by practice? I mean you completing the 5 different tasks shown on the right. Extra are the 2 games. Now, as you've just seen, what I recommend is for you to spend about minimum 10 minutes per list. If you want to spend a bit more, that's fine, but you need to make sure that each set of words is practiced with the 5 different tasks presented on the right. Lastly, for your last success criteria, I can self-evaluate my learning. How do I know what you've done? Well, you're going to have to take a screenshot of your test section, the result that you have for each list. You're going to have to take a screenshot and then you're going to send it to your teacher on Teams via the chat box. Now, you need to have minimum 75% for each set of words. Each list, at the end, when you do the test, you need to have minimum 75%. If you have more, excellent. You screenshot and you send it to us. If you don't have it, we'd like you to practice on this list a little bit more and do the test again. And hopefully you will have more than 75%. If you are done with everything, you've done all the different tasks on each list, you've screenshot your results and you've sent it to your French teacher, and there's still time until the end of the lesson, what you can do is this extra task. So you're going to have to create a French paragraph with the maximum words that you remember from the list you just studied on Quizlet. So write this paragraph on a Word document or on A4 paper, and then you'll send that to your French teacher via the chat box again on Teams, so you can get some feedback and obviously some house points. So this is extra. It's only if you have a little bit of time before the end of the lesson. Good luck, everyone.